So welcome back. In this part we are going to take a look at this branch example, okay, and it's about identifying the branch structures. Okay, so let's take a look at this this one here, this example here. Okay, so this is the question. Okay, so these are the questions that we have. Okay, so how many separate branch structures are in this function? Okay, so what types are they? Okay, so and can you give more descriptive names to underscore label one? This is this one, underscore label underscore one, and label two. Okay, underscore label underscore 2, and underscore label underscore 3. Okay, based on the structures of these branches. Can you? Okay, so let's try out this one. You can leave your answers in the comment section. Okay, so from there let's we have that one. Okay, let's take a look at this another one. Okay, here before attempting. Okay, let's take a look at this one here. So these are the questions that we have on this one. Okay, so how many separate branch structures, okay, are there in this function? Okay, so stripping away the entry and the exit sequences, this is the code we have. Okay, so we have stripped away the entry and the exit sequences. Okay, so let's take a look at the so let's take a look at this one. Okay, so here we have stripped away. Okay, so in this example they have stripped away the entry, okay, the entry and then the exit sequences. Okay, and we are remaining with this code here, so we don't need the entry and the exit sequences. Okay, so we delete that one. Okay, and we remain with this one here. Okay, we remain with that one here. Okay, so looking through we see two CMP statements. As you can see, we have the first one and we have the second one here. Okay, as you can see here. Okay, so the first CMP statement compares ECX to 0, as you can see, and if ECX is not 0, we go to label 1. Okay, as you can see, we go to label 1 and we decrement on label 1. Let's take a look at label 1. On label 1 we decrement ECX, not ESC. This was a mistake. EAX. Okay, we decrement EAX. Okay, and then fall through to label 2. Okay, and if ECX is 0, we increment EAX. Okay, and go to directly to label 2. Okay, label 2 on this one. Okay, so writing out some pseudocode, we can have something that looks like this. So let's close this one and then we have the pseudocode here. As you can see, if ECX doesn't equals to 0, then we are going to go to label 1. Okay, and then on label 1 we are going to decrement EAX. Okay, otherwise we are going to go to label 2. Okay, like that. Okay, and after decrementing, when we go to label 1, after decrementing we go to label 2, like that. Okay, so since label 2 occurs at the end of this structure, we can rename it to something more descriptive, like end of branch 1. Okay, or we can give it like the name like branch 1 end. Okay, like that. Okay, so the first comparison tests ECX against 0. Okay, and then jumps on not equal. Okay, so we can reverse the conditional and say that label 1 is an else block. Okay, and we can come up with something that looks like this. So let's close that one and then we take a look at this one. Okay, so we could have something like this. If ECX equals to 0, then we can rename label 1 as else block. Okay, as we can rename it to else block. Okay, so we can rename label 1 to something else descriptive, such as else 1. Okay, and the rest of the code block after the branch 1 end is like this. Okay, so let me show you. it's like this, okay, that we are remaining with. It's like that, okay. So we can see immediately that label 3 is the end of this branch structure, okay. So we can immediately call it branch to end, okay, or something else, okay. So here we are again comparing ECX to 0, okay. As you can see here, we are comparing ECX to 0, and if it is not equal, we jump to the end of the block, okay. We jump to the end of the block, which is label 3, as you can see here. Label 3, as you can see. So if it is equals to 0, however, we increment EX, okay. We increment EX, and then fall out the bottom, okay, fall out the bottom of the branch, okay. So we can see that there is no else block, okay, in this branch structure, okay. So we don't need to invert the condition, okay. So we can write an if statement directly, okay. So let me show you the one that I wrote. Okay, let's try here. So as you can see, if ECX is equals to 0, then we are going to increment EAX like that, okay. So in the next part, we shall take a look at another last example, okay.